Grandfather, who was born in Italy, he made his own wine. He made approximately 100 gallons a year. They used to do 250 50-gallon oak barrels per year, which is approximately 100 gallons. And I was interested as a youngster, but I never really got involved in it because you have to remember, the old timers as well as today, they actually make wine by purchasing grapes in a 42-pound box, and then they have to have a wine press to crush those grapes into a pulp and juice and put those grapes and juice into a large vat for fermentation purposes. But I could never see getting involved in that manner because it was too much work. So I decided one day, I was shopping at one of the local supermarkets, and they had regular standard Welch's grape juice on sale. And I said to myself, geez, I wonder if I can produce a decent wine out of that grape juice. And lo and behold, I wound up buying approximately 5 gallons of juice. And I took it home, and I played around with it, and I got some wine yeast at a local store. And I found that I had to add sugar to bring it up to the proper sugar content, because wine has to be at least 23 to 24% sugar content in order to produce 11 to 12% alcohol. So I had to invert the sugar by heating it on the stove in a pan and adding approximately 22 ounces or 44 ounces for 5 gallons. And then it was just a matter of putting the yeast in there and letting that ferment for approximately 5 days, uncovered. Then at the end of the 5th day, I siphoned that off, what they call racking in wine terminology. I siphoned it into a 5-gallon carboy, and I put a water seal, what they call an airlock system, at the top, and let it ferment for another 14 days. At the end of that 14 days, I siphoned it off into a clean container and threw away the sediment that was at the bottom. And I water sealed that particular bottle again and let it go another 14 days. And lo and behold, at the end of roughly 35 days, I had a very clear, fine wine, and I was tasting it, and it tasted fairly decent. And I tested it with my hydrometer. The alcohol content was roughly 12.5 to 13.5%. And I gave it to a lot of my friends and family, and they were very well pleased with it.